couple of months, really. But it's just, I don't know, I'm like I've spoke about, I don't like being famous, you know, and it's coming.
Adele has built an empire on honesty, raw, unfiltered, unapologetic. But behind the emotional ballads and powerhouse vocals lies a sharper truth the public rarely sees. Adele has strong opinions about today's music industry, and she's never been afraid to say exactly what she thinks. At 36, with more Grammys than most artists could dream of, she finally addressed the 6 musicians she simply couldn't stand, the ones who, in her eyes, represented everything wrong with modern music. These weren't petty feuds or celebrity drama. They were reflections of her deep belief in authenticity, real talent, and emotional truth. And at the very top of her reversed list isn't a pop star or a rival diva. It's someone far more surprising. Someone Adele feels distorts emotion itself. Because for her, the frustration begins with one name: Drake. Drake is the name most people never expected to sit at the top of Adele's reversed list. Yet he's the one who frustrates her the most. To Adele, music is sacred, an extension of lived experience, of heartbreak, of real emotional weight. Drake, however, represents something she deeply disagrees with: the commercialization of feeling. She believes he packages sadness, markets vulnerability, and turns emotional storytelling into a mass-produced aesthetic rather than a lived truth. At the 2013 Grammys, Adele privately remarked that Drake creates the sound of sadness, not the reality of it. A comment that stunned those who heard it. She felt his lyrics leaned more toward branding than confession, more style than soul. The final straw came when Drake remixed her ballad, Hello, into a club track. Adele saw the remix as a distortion of genuine emotion, something designed to go viral rather than respect the original intent of the song, and when he broke her streaming records. Adele's reaction wasn't jealousy. It was a simple critique of the industry itself. Longevity matters more than 20 days at #1. But Drake isn't the only artist whose music Adele finds overly manufactured. Next comes Ed Sheeran, whom she sees as the polished product of commercial expectations. Ed Sheeran is adored by millions. But Adele sees him through a different lens, a symbol of how the industry shapes and sells an image, rather than nurturing artistic truth. Adele doesn't dislike Ed as a person. She dislikes the idea of Ed Sheeran, the polished, carefully packaged singer-songwriter molded to appeal to everyone while taking few creative risks. She has openly questioned his so-called raw artistry. In private conversations, Adele has been blunt. 3 chords and a loop pedal aren't innovation. She's not mocking simplicity, she's defending authenticity. What bothers her most is the perception that Ed is carrying the torch of emotional songwriting, a category she believes requires depth earned through pain and lived experience, not streamlined production and committees of co-writers. Adele also finds the constant comparisons between their careers irritating. Fans and critics often pair them as UK icons of emotional pop, something Adele rejects entirely. To her, their approaches couldn't be more different. One built on life-altering heartbreak, the other built on universal, safe relatability. But Ed is far from the only star Adele views as overly engineered. Because next on her reversed list is Taylor Swift, whose calculated artistry has long clashed with Adele's philosophy of raw emotional truth. Taylor Swift and Adele may dominate charts side by side, but creatively, they inhabit different planets. Adele values vulnerability that comes from living through pain, not manufacturing content from it. Taylor, in Adele's view, represents the opposite, a brilliant strategist who turns relationships, conflicts, and public narratives into meticulously crafted albums. Adele has occasionally rolled her eyes at Taylor's public, surprised reactions at award shows, seeing them as exaggerated and overly curated. And while Adele respects Taylor's songwriting talent, she questions the impulse to transform every short-lived romance into a full-scale musical saga. To Adele, this isn't emotional storytelling, it's content production. Her skepticism sharpened when Taylor re-recorded her old albums. While Adele publicly remained supportive, those close to her recall a pointed remark. Write new stories instead of repackaging teenage journals. It wasn't cruelty. It was Adele's unfiltered belief that art should move forward, not rely on nostalgia to drive sales. Despite this, Adele doesn't view Taylor as malicious, simply as an artist guided by a different compass. And speaking of artistic compasses, Adele's frustration deepens when it comes to the EDM world, especially the next name on her list, David Guetta. David Guetta embodies a genre. Adele has long felt disconnected from high-energy, high-volume, beat-driven music designed for clubs rather than catharsis. For Adele, music is storytelling. For Guetta, it's atmosphere, and that fundamental difference is where the tension begins. Adele has openly criticized the soullessness she hears in much of Guetta's catalog. She once joked that his songs feel like a synthesizer having a panic attack, a comment that circulated privately among industry insiders. But what truly cemented her dislike was fan pressure for a collaboration. Adele refused immediately. Her exact wording, according to an insider, was, "I'd rather work with the synthesizer than the man who presses play." During her Glastonbury set in 2016, when fans shouted requests for Guetta remixes, she casually shut them down. This stage is for live singing. You might be in the wrong tent. Her issue isn't personal, it's philosophical. Guetta represents a shift toward music built for virality and dance floors, not emotional resonance. But if Guetta symbolizes a musical style, Adele finds empty. The next artist represents something far more frustrating to her. An entire generation of industrially produced pop stars, with Justin Bieber at the forefront. Justin Bieber is the face of modern pop stardom. Young, polished, hyper-produced, and backed by a massive commercial machine. To Adele, this is exactly the problem. She believes Bieber was built rather than born as an artist, lifted to fame before he had any life experience to translate into music. She has criticized his reliance on backing tracks, choreography, and visual spectacle, calling them distractions from the lack of emotional foundation. At the Brit Awards in 2016, she famously declined a photo with Bieber, whispering to her team, "I sing about my life. He sings what a committee writes." Adele doesn't hate Bieber as a person. She simply rejects the model he represents. Fame first, artistry second. In Adele's world, vulnerability must be earned, not scheduled. Depth must be lived, not scripted. But if Bieber symbolizes commercial fabrication, the next entry on Adele's reversed list represents something even more disappointing to her. Artists who abandon their roots for mass appeal, which brings us to the Black Eyed Peas. The Black Eyed Peas stand as Adele's prime example of what she calls factory-made music, tracks engineered for the charts instead of crafted for expression. What frustrates her most is that the group once had genuine hip-hop credibility, only to pivot toward electronic pop that prioritized hooks over heart. At the 2009 Grammys, Adele was caught on camera reacting with clear disinterest during their performance of Boom Boom Pow. To her, the song wasn't innovative. It was emblematic of everything she believed music should avoid: repetition without meaning, energy without emotion. Backstage at the 2012 Brit Awards, tensions reportedly ran high. Staff were instructed to keep Adele and will.i.am apart to prevent a confrontation after Adele referred to their newer work as alarm clock music with shouting on top. For Adele, The Black Eyed Peas represent the ultimate transformation she despises, abandoning authenticity for mass-market appeal. And with them, her reversed list comes full circle, revealing not petty feuds, but a deeper truth. Adele doesn't hate people. She hates what she sees as the erosion of sincerity in modern music. In the end, Adele's reversed list doesn't reveal a bitter woman holding grudges. It reveals an artist fiercely protective of what music means to her. Every name on that list represents a larger principle she refuses to compromise: authenticity, emotional truth, and respect for the craft. Drake symbolizes the danger of engineered emotion. Ed Sheeran represents the industry's tendency to reward safe, polished formulas. Taylor Swift reflects the tension between genuine storytelling and strategic branding. David Guetta stands for music designed to generate noise rather than meaning. Justin Bieber embodies the manufactured rise of modern celebrity, and the Black Eyed Peas represent the shift from artistic identity to chart-friendly transformation. Adele isn't attacking personalities. She's defending a belief system, one built on heartbreak, lived experience, and the idea that a singer's voice should carry the weight of their life, not the demands of a marketing team. She rose from a council flat, not viral fame. She built a career through emotional honesty, not algorithm-approved releases, and because of that, she expects the same commitment from others. Her criticisms, whether blunt or uncomfortable, come from a place of passion, not cruelty. They reveal a woman who believes music should heal, confront, and endure. A woman who fears that the industry is trading soul for shortcuts, humanity for hooks, and storytelling for streams. And as Adele continues to shape modern music, she reminds the world of one simple truth. Great art doesn't just entertain. It exposes, transforms, and survives. The rest fades,